And here we go. We are finally in round number 2 of the Dusty Classic. And we're starting things off with the Rhodes brothers going up against the Ascension. Now in round number 1, let's have a goosey gander at this. Round number 1, the Rhodes brothers defeated the Colognes, Epico and Primo to make their way through to this round. The Ascension defeated the Dark Order, Alex Reynolds and John Silver, which was a little bit of a surprise for me. I really thought they... Ooh. Okay, Gold Dust or Dusty Rhodes there, or Dustin Rhodes, shall I say. It's absolutely clattered Connor's penis. Well and truly smashed that penis. Right, also in tonight's episode, we're going to have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus TM61. So lots of action here as everyone tries to make their way through to the 3rd round. Is that the same? I don't know what round it is. Yeah, the 3rd round. To be part of the final 32 is what they're looking for here. At the moment, we've taken 128 teams down to 64. And now we're looking to take those 64 down to 32. So should be pretty fun to see how this all pans out. And yeah, the Ascension could go even further here. They've already surprised me to get as far as this. I didn't think they'd beat John Silver and Alex Reynolds, to be honest, but they did, and now they're looking pretty decent here against the Rhodes brothers as well. Cody, though, gets himself a ladder. Remember, these matches are no disqualifications, no countouts. Pinfalls and submissions only take place inside the confines of the ring. We've got Victor and Cody inside the ring. Victor, nice running uppercut. I like the Ascension. I'll say that again. I said that in the 1st round. I was a fan of the Ascension. I think they were criminally underused in WWE. I think they had some fantastic sort of character. I feel like as the... I mean, even like as the Fiend's backup, it could work quite well now. These two sick, twisted acolytes. Essentially, this would be your Farouk and Bradshaw to your Undertaker. Of course, you had the acolytes as the Undertaker's sort of minions in the ministry. And you could have had the same sort of thing with the Fiend here. I know he's always gone along with the Wyatt family, but, I mean, to be honest, I don't think, well, obviously only Braun Strowman's there now, and he's a singles competitor now anyway, isn't he? So the Wyatt family's not going to happen again. But it definitely, the Ascension for me was a good option to really build that new age ministry. And I've sort of done it in the past in previous universe modes. I've had the Undertaker lead a group with the Ascension as his minions, and maybe we can revisit that in the future as a new group as well then. Disaster kick by Cody into the face of Victor. Connor taking Dustin up for this big powerbomb, and Connor breaks up the pin. No easy matches anymore. But Cody, Victor and Dustin are down. Cody hits the crossroads. There's the pin. Victor's back up to his feet though and does break it up on a 1 count. Connor now dumping Cody to the outside. Big clubbing blow to the face. And Victor now dropping Cody spine first across the apron. Of course, remember, I would imagine that the Rhodes will want to go as far as possible in this, in the competition named after their father. Pin here by Dustin after the final cut. And that's enough for the Rhodeses. The Rhodeses to make their way through to the next round of the Dusty Classic. Well, there we go. Unfortunate for the Ascension. They've looked pretty good in this one, though. I mean, they have definitely, I think, definitely pricked a few ears here. And I mean, I wouldn't be against these two turning up in AEW at some point. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be against it because, like I said, I quite enjoyed this. I quite enjoyed their character. I mean, maybe teaming up with a heel Darby Allin, maybe could work. You know, heel Darby Allin, the Ascension. The Ascension being his powerhouses. Could work, but either way, there we go. The Rhodes make their way through to the 3rd round of the Dusty Classic. But who were they facing that 3rd round? Let's find out right now. And here we go, match number 2. Now in this one, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeated Heavy Machinery in the 1st round. And TM61 for me got a big surprise victory against Future Shock, the team of Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. So it'll be interesting to see which one of these two teams do make it through. And of course, the winner of this one will be facing off against the Rhodes brothers in round 3, as we know now. In tomorrow's episode, we've got another 2 matches for you. We've got the Hasbros, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder going up against Aga Kids, Heath Slater and Rhino. And the main event in that one will be Breezango, or the Fashion Police, whatever they're called these days, going up against Sammy Hager, Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager. So again, I think for me, Sammy Hager were a very impressive team in round 1 as well. So I'd be interested to see how far they go in this, but be interested to see what happens here as well. Like I said, TM61 surprised me in round 1 with their victory over Future Shock. And I'd be interested to see if they can pull that sort of victory off again here. Zayn's on the outside of the ring on his own now. Both members of TM61 inside the ring. I believe that's Nick Miller now on Kevin Owens. Shane Thorne comes to the outside. I think, is Nick Miller the one? One of them went back to New Japan on his own, and the other one I think stayed in WWE. I feel like at some point they will recoup together. I think the other one will leave WWE pretty soon. It's not really worked out singles really, has it? There was another little tag team that went on the main roster, weren't there? That never really worked out either. Was there like another random Australian they teamed him up with, weren't there? I can't remember now. Citation needed is everything I normally say. Owens with a pin on the inside, only a 1 count. On Nick Miller, who gets the big elbow in the gut. And a nice snap suplex on Kevin Owens as well. And all of a sudden, TM61 in some good control here. Until Kevin Owens. I mean, you don't really want to get in a striking battle with Kevin Owens, do you, really? I don't think it's going to work out too well for you, to be honest. As Shane Thorne just sends Sami Zayn head first into that ring post. Owens now on the outside, dropping Miller onto his knee, neck first. That was brutal as well. And a sit-out slam. He's taking some serious damages now. Pop-up powerbomb on the outside by Owens as well on Miller. And there's a Shane Thorne with a chair right in the back of Sami Zayn. It's a real mixed bag, this one, because both... Well, it's pretty much both ways at the moment, isn't it? Owens is dominating on one side. Well, Zayn's actually taking control on the other side now. Spine buster on the outside by Miller on Kevin Owens. Remember, it is no disqualifications, no countouts, pinfalls and submissions only count inside the ring. As Kevin Owens just gets sit-out powerbombed onto a steel chair on the outside. It's a hell of a match between these two teams. I wasn't expecting this much quality, to be honest. Miller now sending Owens into the ring, brings the chair with him as well. And lays it across the gut of Kevin Owens. That's a big chance here for TM61, to pull out another surprise victory, because they're in control of Owens and Zayn now. It's only a 1 count. Shane Thorne, they're dropping Sami Zayn face first onto the ring steps. Nick Miller misses the splash in the corner and gets caught by Owens in with that neck breaker. There's the pin. Zayn's got control of Thorne on the outside. This could be the big chance, and it is. Owens and Zayn do pick up the win. And I must admit, it was probably against the run of play, to be honest. To me, this looked like it was a very strong match for TM61, but eventually they are defeated, and we now know our first match in round number 3 will be the Rhodes brothers, Cody and Dustin, going up against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. There we go. There we go. Episode 33 of the Dusty Classic is done already, and we will move on tomorrow to 34, our second part of round 2. The Hasbros, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Sabre Jr. going up against Rhino and Heath Slater, as well as Breezango, the Fashion Police. Of course, Fandango and Tyler Breeze going up against the Inner Circles, Jake Hager and Sammy Guevara of Sammy Hager. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe, that good stuff, and I will see you again tomorrow for our next episode of the Dusty Classic. Good night, God bless, all the other good stuff. Auf Wiedersehen.